What's going on, guys? Little bit different video today. I'm gonna go over what I took to nationals in my range bag. Nothing too crazy, but we're gonna dive right into it. This is the Savior Pro SEMA. I do have the compact SEMA bag as well. I did not take that one to nationals. It would have fit better in my Pelican 1650, but I wanted a little bit extra space considering we were going to be on the range all day, every day. And Savior had just sent this bag out to me, and I wanted to get some range time behind it. I bought the compact with my own money. It was 99 bucks when I bought it. That's a steal if you want a range bag for competition. It's 109 now on Amazon. They'll be linked below. That and this bag. So off the top and working outside in, this bag has the little carry clips for your belt. It's pretty convenient. I like it. I use it. The other bag doesn't have it. So what I do on that one is I just use my little belt keepers and I just connect my belt to the top handle over there. Before and after every stage, whenever I do grab my GoPro, I'll use it and I'll take it and I'll put it back right on the top little handle up here. I have, this is funny, I have a couple of patches up here. The belt patch, that was put on here, I think, by Hunter Constantine at Dragon's Cup. Scorpion Ammo, that was put on here by one of the Scorpion Ammo guys at Dragon's Cup. My wife got me the "If You Shoot Me, You're Gay" patch. I posted and tagged USPSA, and they reposted this bag to their story, and I guess they reread the patch, and then they deleted it, which is gay. And then factory nationals right here. On the outside, on this side, big water bottle pouch. That is different than the other bag. It does not have one capable of the water bottle that I use all the time. On the side, Skittles, sour Skittles. Definitely one of the superior match day snacks. Not a whole bunch in there. I did have a whole lot of, do I have any? Yeah. I had a whole lot of these Pure Aqua hydration electrolyte pouches shoved in there, but I was drinking like 3 of these a day. I didn't want dehydration to be a factor in my shooting, which it definitely was not. I just sucked. But yeah, had a whole bunch of those. Just go ahead and shove those back in the side. In the front here, gun butter. I lubed my gun at the end of the day, every day, just to be ready for the next day. But gun butter, good stuff. Good guys over there. Definitely support them. This is where I dump my, we'll call it my EDC gear. The stuff that I don't want in my pockets. And I'll pull my phone. My phone's over there. I'll pull my wallet out as well. My wallet, my Snake Staff Systems ETQ tourniquet. And then I did take my Paramilitary 2 and Stiletto Pro. Yeah, Surefire Stiletto Pro Light. I just hook them into here. I don't like having things in my pockets when I shoot. I like to be pretty bare bones in there. Shove all that just like that. That's like my EDC stuff. And then my phone, you know, in between stages and whatnot, I'll just shove in here and zip it up. So my phone's in the same spot every time. The front semi-main pouch, this was useful. Don't get the wrong one. This is for a 507C, not a 507 comp. I was retarded and bought the wrong thing. So I have to like squish this down onto my optic for it to work, but I have it and I'm going to use it until someone else has a comp or a C and I can just give it to them. But an optic cover, definitely pick up an optic cover just in case it's raining. It helps out a little bit. Low pouch right here, extra handle it grips. You never know. Some AA, AAA batteries just in case you need them. What do I got up top up here? Nothing, just an extra baggie. First zipper pouch, I have an overlay and my liquid chalk. And then, I don't know if y'all can see that or not, I just zip this up to where my chalk hangs out the outside. It's pretty easy to get to. Nothing too crazy in these pouches. More gun butter, an extra trigger right here. This is the standard shoe Timney Alpha competition. I almost needed it. Go watch my full match video if you want to know why. A little bit of thread locker. This is an extra battery tray for a 507 comp. There's been instances where battery trays go flying. I don't have an extra battery in here, but I have a battery tray. I just hit up Hollison's customer service and they sent me one of those. Very nice of them. It's just good to have an extra on there. Second pouch here, nothing too crazy. This is shower caps because it was raining, and a couple ponchos in case it was really, really raining. I had enough shower caps for everybody, anybody, whoever needed one. Those will probably stay in that pouch forever. I'm not going to rip out the bottom one here. But all my accessories for my pouches on my belt right here, all of the extra lips on the inside, screws, all those tools, I just bring those with me to matches. I don't need them, but I've seen other people's Double Alpha or the Speed, whatever brand those are. I've seen them kind of explode before, and it's just good to have little extra parts. I have a, what is this, 2032 battery. I'll put that back in my battery pouch area. This thing right here almost saved the day for one competitor who her optic screws stripped, but she just went to a different slide instead of messing with it. But if she needed it, these screws did come out of the O-Sight X or the O-Sight S, whichever one. Both of those optics came with these little screw pouches. It gives you 2 different links and 4 different screw sizes, like thread pitches. This thing, very handy. This is awesome. Optics companies, please follow suit. O-Sight, they are doing really cool things with that. Again, just extra screws. This is a bore sight for a universal one. I think the batteries are dead, but universal bore sight. It's not my favorite one in the world. I prefer the in-bore ones rather than a universal, but I have it just in case. And then an extra Glock little speed feed thingamabobber in case anybody's struggling to load up their mags. Up top is where most of the magic happens. The big accessories, the ammo, things like that. Here's my concoction for some ear pro that I have. These are the decibels. And then I have both Wiley X's in here. I have one hard case. This one has my clears, and this one right here has my yellow lenses. I rock yellow every day, I think, but I wanted to have both of them just in case. Extra lens cloth. Pro here, they were pivotal and very important for me getting to nationals, so shout out to those guys. If y'all want to, I'm probably going to film it anyways, but if y'all want to see like a breakdown of the cost of going to nationals, definitely leave that in the comments because I don't think I've ever seen anybody film that video either. And I'd love to break down the cost it was for an average guy like me to go and shoot factory gun nationals up in Marengo. But pro here, guys, these things rock. My wife wore these the whole time, listened to podcasts, and protected her ears, which was really cool. These, super comfortable. They come with gel cups. They're probably the best in their class for the sub $60 price range. Maglula, if there was one company that I could buy right now in the industry, it would probably be these guys, just because these things rock and you can never have enough speedy ways to reload your mags. I only brought one shot timer with me. It was my Shooters Global SG, I think it's the Go. I think that's what it is. I don't know. But I took this with me so that if I was dry firing and I wanted par times and I wanted to do sets of reps, briquette reloads, things like that at the hotel, I could. Shooters Global. And then I think I brought 600 rounds of 124 grain Scorpion ammo. So 600 rounds of that. And then they were just in these little Cabela's boxes right here. Those were like $2 a piece at Cabela's. One thing for anybody going to big events like this, if you're shooting certified ammo, then make sure you have the lot numbers of the ammo of what you were taking. The Scorpion ammo that I buy comes in a black bag, like a little Ziploc bag. And I put them in these for travel because I didn't want to get yelled at for having loose ammo. But then also you get yelled at because it's not the original packaging, depending on your airline and if they just want to be assholes. Last but not least, we have the, I don't want to say main compartment, but the underside that has the guns and my mags. This bag comes with 3 of these gun cases. I don't use all 3 of them. Other one's over here off camera. This one's empty. Don't use it. Don't need it. I have Glock 17. Thank you, Morgan, for writing those writing the names of these on here much better than I could. Then I have Glock 47. Nationals, I shot the 17. Everything after Nationals, I'm shooting a 47 from now on, and the 17 is now the backup gun. But yeah, so I have these in here. Nothing else inside of there except for my little mag bag. After every stage, this is a pro tip for you guys. My buddy Blair kind of taught me this. After your stage, take your mags off. There's no point in running around with, you know, 3, 4, 5 mags fully loaded and your gun. Just take your mags off in between stages, especially if you're taking 30 minutes between stages to shoot or 20 minutes. It's extra weight off your hips that you don't need on there. Shout out to True North Concepts. I posted on my story, I was looking for one of these and he just shipped it to me. He's like, here, you can have it. So shout out to him. And then I just have 7 Glock 17 round mags with the, I think it's +5 extension from Terran Tactical. Yeah, that's about it, guys. That's everything I took with me. Quick recap, had my ammo. Also, I shot 50 rounds of warm-up ammo every day. Just some Blazer 115 grain. My buddy Blair again was like, yeah, you should probably shoot 100 rounds every day. And then you should probably bring 1,000 rounds with you to the competition. So next Nationals, I'll bring at least 100 rounds worth of practice ammo and then 1,000 rounds of match ammo, just because multiple types of hearing protection, multiple iPros, shot timer, mag Lula, just because. Zip this bad boy back up, put the GoPro back on top because that's where it lives. Let's put the gun belt back on here. Water bottle on the side. And then Glock mags inside there. And just like that. That was pretty simple. That's what I took to Carry Optics or Factory Gun Nationals up in Marengo, Ohio, Cardinal Shooting Center. Pretty basic. Guns, ammo, eyes, ears. I did bring an extra trigger, which I'm glad I did because I almost needed it. And it weighs nothing, so it was in there. A couple foamies, some lube, spot to put my EDC stuff I don't want to carry in my pockets. Besides my clothing, I mean, this went with me every single day. So, yeah, I don't know. Just a different video for you guys. Just kind of showing a little bit of the behind the scenes. I'll try to be a good YouTuber, tell y'all to like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any other ideas, if you want me to film the how much did Nationals cost video, leave it in the comments. I think it would be an interesting one to let y'all take a peek at, from behind the curtains. But yeah, that's what I took to Carry Optics Nationals. That's what was in my gun bag every single day. Yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I'm out of here. Peace.